Hi, everyone. It's me again. I very much appreciate the very kind comments I've been getting from many of you regarding my latest, A Promise to Die For, and the orders that have been coming through on my website, which you can see in the description line on this video. One of the things about being a writer is you're always writing on something. And even though Promise to Die For is out, just a couple of months ago, I've sent a new one off to my agent, the estimable Kimberly Cameron. It's tentatively titled Dark Rider. It's about a black man, Isaiah Dorman, a real historical figure who came out west in the 1860s, had a number of jobs, uh, married into the Sioux, into the Lakota, had a Sioux wife, and the next thing we know about him is that he's serving as a translator and scout for George Custer as he goes to the Little Bighorn to attack the Lakota. Um, that really caught my attention, and so little is known about him. I get to make a whole story up. Monsters in the closet again? Let me look. No, it's just John Wayne. Life is tough, but it's tough if you're stupid. I'll take his word for it. Anyway, back to Isaiah Dorman and all that. Uh, I'll read a bit from that. The Battle of the Little Bighorn was on June 25th, 1876. Chapter 1 starts June 24th, 4:15 a.m. The half-dozen men lie sprawled on the ground in the relaxed posture peculiar to the dead. Only the twitch of a leg, a trembling hand, an abrupt gasp reveal that they are in fact asleep. A curl of smoke rises from the remains of a campfire. A few paces away, their picketed ponies stand in semi-darkness as the sky glows bronze ahead of the dawn. The nervous pawing of a hoof against the hard earth, the sudden shake of a head, show that they have caught the contagion of unease from their riders. On the edge of the group, a short, weather-scarred man, Mitch Boyers, sits in the dust, a rifle cradled in his lap. His clothes a disquieting mix of Plains tribe, mountain man, and cavalry trooper. On the other side of the circle of sleeping men stands another, simply called Gerard, dressed in similar fashion, distilled by hard life to little more than muscle and bone, burned to the color of the earth by years in the sun. He cradles his rifle in one arm, pulls a flask from his hip pocket, and takes a long pull to greet the morning. Boyer, Gerard. Their surnames speak of descent from the French trappers who roamed this land decades earlier, often marrying into the Crow, the Shoshone, the Arapaho, or into the Lakota bands, Hunkpapa, Oglala, Sanzark, others, known to whites, along with their Dakota brethren, as the Sioux. Both men gaze west over the dry rolling hills, gray in the early light. The land is silent as the day before creation, but for the wind that runs ahead of the sun just before dawn, stirring dust devils that roam across the plains like portents. Among the men on the ground is Isaiah Dorman, a black man, his face marked less by the elements than by the melancholy that never leaves him. Tall and sinewy, he has escaped slavery, broken from the ties that held him, but he still searches for what could make him whole. Stirring in troubled sleep, his bedroll twisted around him, he groans, groping unconsciously for the rifle at his side. The sigh of the wind brings a trembling to his lips. The wind rises, howling, whipping at his clothes. He struggles in the darkness through the deep, drifting snow. He leads his horse by the reins, the animal stamping and rearing on the edge of panic. His arm raised in front of his face against the wind, Isaiah stumbles and falls into a deep snowdrift. Exhausted, he thrashes against the snow but cannot get to his feet. The snow falls over him like a gathering shroud. The wind rises to a scream. With a strangled cry, Isaiah jackknifes upright, panting, blinking in confusion. He looks around at the others, trying to piece together where he is and what he is doing here. Gerard and Boyer glance at him incuriously. This isn't the first time they've seen him like this. The others begin to stir, rising from the ground like their own ghosts, rolling up their bedrolls, taking dried meat and fruit from their saddlebags, pouring themselves cold coffee from a pot set on a stone at the edge of the dormant fire. The men are nearly ready to mount up when, one by one, they stop in their work and look toward the south. Out of the scattering of pines that marks the ridgetop behind them, a column of dust rises against the sky, like another dust devil, except that it doesn't fade, but steadily runs towards the men. Boyer and Gerard edge in the direction of the disturbance, holding the rifles muzzle down, but each levering around into the chamber. Well, we'll stop there. I've gone on too long already. And so thanks for sticking with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.